Hello, dear listener. Thank you so much for your any support of my YouTube. Adwa. In March 1896, Ethiopian forces under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II surprised the world by defeating an Italian army sent to conquer the empire. In the following article, just will talk about some our my resource is professors. The Battle of Adwa on March 1, 1896 was stunning victory for Ethiopia, but a rout and a disaster for Italy. Disaster. Adwa. The story of Africans seeking to their own freedom played out against a background of almost unrelating European expansion into Africa. The success of Ethiopians force assumed that ensured that Ethiopia would be the only African country to successfully to resist European colonization during the scramble for Africa in the late 9th and early 20th centuries. It also resonated powerfully in post-American, where hierarchies of race and ethnicity were only beginning a process of challenge and recognition. Italian interests in East Africa date from 1869, when the opening of the Suez Canal transformed the commercial and strategic significance of the Red Sea coast. An official Italian presence didn't begin until they established themselves at the Red Sea port of Mitsua in 1885, after which the Italians began to move up into what are now the Eritrean highlands. Ethiopian commanders sought to halt the Italian advance with some notable success, but the Italians artificially played on reverence among Ethiopian leaders. By 1890, the Italians had secured control over a significant territory west and south of Mitsua. They announced the creation of the colony of Eritrea with capital at Asmara. The Italians continued to push westward into the Sudan and southward toward the northern Ethiopian province of Tigray. In late 1894, Ras Mengesha, the ruler of Tigray, used the pretext of war against the dervishes to mobilize forces to resist Italian incursions. In a series of victories, in early 1895, the Italians defeated Mengesha's force. They pursued Mengesha deep into northern Ethiopian established fortified position in Tigray and Agami province, vastly expand the territory under the Italian control. The population of Tigray and Agami appeared for the time to accept Italian rule. Back in Rome, the Italian commander Ores Barateri was feted as an Italian hero. In September of 1895, Menelik, king of the southern province of Shoa, called the population of Ethiopia to arms. He began to lead a massive force of some 100,000 men northward towards the Italian-occupied territories. Through late 1895 and into the early months of 1896, Menelik led a brilliant campaign that forced the overextended Italians to fight on his terms. By threatening to outflank the Italian force and threaten Eritrea, Menelik maneuvered the Italians into position that left their supply lines exposed, vulnerable to a population that was now turning against the occupiers. General Barateri was reluctant to attack Menelik's army in the open field, recognizing that he had been outmaneuvered. He believed that tactical retreat was his best option. Some of Baraterians of first argued forcefully against retreat, citing spy report to the effect that Menelik's forces were demoralized and depleted. Baratari agreed to a plan that called for his army of some 15,000 to advance under cover of night and occupy forward position, a move that would have forced Menelik to lose face if he declined to attack Italian forces holding strong defensive position. The advance took place at night on the 20th century of February. By Adwa, the Italian were to have been securely established in the Ethiopian pass, inviting attack. Instead, one Italian brigade overshot its dangerous point and visually marched into the Ethiopian camp.